Bang! I killed the alien, everyone. Don't worry, I killed the alien. That's crazy. The alien showed up, started singing in my living room at 3 a.m. I mean, think about it. It would be funny if an alien showed up in your room, started singing at 2 a.m., and it was specifically singing just the two of us, right? I'm surprised there hasn't been a single game made off of that meme yet. Like, what do you mean there isn't a single game that hasn't that has been made off of that meme? It's just a short 1 or 2 hour experience, right? You don't know what's going on. The alien sneaking around, and then the alien appears in your room, sings that song, and it dies. That's what we need out there, right? More comedy. Anyways, welcome everyone to today's stream. I was told off today by the mod. So the mod, what's funny is I messaged the mod on my personal account, and I was like, "Hey," because we play connections, and she sent me her results. And then she said, and I quote, "Why are you here?" I was, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that's how it was. I didn't know that Pagliacci the clown had to be on stage at all times. So I was like, okay, sorry, I'll put on my clown makeup. I switched back to my stream account, and guess what? The first thing I see is a DM from the mod going, "Hey, streamer, where's the entertainment?" At 11:47, with 2 minutes after I posted the stream would be late today. So that's why I'm here, and that's why the first song was annoying, because I was mad. I wanted to fight back against her. Anyways, welcome to today. Sorry I was late. I didn't mean to be, or maybe I did mean to be. Who really knows? But now we're gonna do something very, very fun today. So I got some really cool things for you. Two really cool games actually. One that has recently left early access that I've been keeping an eye on for a very long time. Another game that I've been waiting to play for a long time. Not because it's been years since I found it, but more because I just have been waiting for a good time slot for it. And since our last Halloween stream, we played a bunch of other games where we played games that maybe crave that same feeling of actually figuring things out and deducing what's going on. You Will Die Here Tonight was a good game. It wasn't a bad game, but that game left me wanting more, and I think this game is going to give us a bit more of that. Homicipher. It's a game where you try to figure out what's going on in the world, in the land of the dead and the spirits and ghosts and other dangerous creatures, but you don't speak their language. You have to figure it out yourself. It's a very interesting game concept I think you'll really enjoy. We have Anthology of the Killer at the end, as always. We continue that long series of small, short games about a person running their own design, their own magazine, trying not to die. And today as well, we have the Accountability Circle. So for everyone who has joined in on the Accountability Circle, reminder: please give your update on your Accountability Circle inside the channel. I have my update ready, and I know exactly how I'm going to run this, because boy oh boy, is it bad? Is it bad? Because I don't know what to do about my goals. Like, I can see the rocks flying at me right now. I know for sure that they're going to fly at my face. But before that, I got something really cool to show you actually. So I went on a bit of a long but fruitful Wikipedia deep dive. I guess is probably the best way to say it. But just something about the fact that when I go on these websites and then I find all these really cool things, and then I go, oh, what's this like interesting topic that I'm on? And I went on the topic of Frutiger Aero, because we had this discussion in the Fanboy Socks channel, which again, it's just a technology channel. It's just a meme. But I will say those socks are comfortable, having worn them for Truck Simulator. Though they do cut off your blood flow. So we were talking about the Frutiger Aero style and the new design refresh for Windows. And it's sort of a fascinating trend that I've seen, where companies always give a design refresh, because I don't really know why they do a refresh sometimes. Oftentimes it makes sense where they change the shape of the things. But actually, let me just show you, right? It's easier to just show you versus talking about it, because design, it's all in the eyes and not in the mouth. Is there such a thing as like a design of the mouth? Wait, I just realized there's a designer out there who makes exclusively toothbrushes, right? How the... Wait a minute. So someone out there is designing the toothbrushes. Maybe that's where real design is, in the toothbrush. Maybe. Okay, so this is the design refresh that they had for all the icons, and they even give a cool little timeline, which I think is probably the most telling. Right side is current, left side is not current. Each row is the one application, and each column is the year. So it's like this row is entirely Microsoft Word. So in 2023, they skipped Microsoft Word. Sometimes the design refresh works out because from 2001 onwards up until 2018, I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember this timeline, and I remember thinking, I don't know which app is which because the icons are all the same and the colors are different, but the icons are all the same. So when I look to it very quickly, sure, my eyes see a different color, but between Outlook and Word, I have no clue which one's which. I just sort of look at it quickly within the menu, and I go, I don't know which is which. 2018 still suffered from the same problem where they, had the same shapes for some things, but then they started to differentiate shapes based on other concepts. This is when it started to become more understandable as to what you were clicking on. Cut to today, or maybe last night, you missed the castle. Wait, what castle? Where's the castle? Wait, was there a castle? Oh yeah, the castle for security. Oh my god. Oh, you're right. I forgot about the castle. Oh my god. Wait, yeah. Yeah. It used to be just a wall of hers, and then they added the castle to be all like, yeah, this is your security zone. Honestly, that's a cool icon. Every single security team. Actually, maybe is this the? How about like security companies? Security companies. What? Oh yeah, she's too young to remember. You never do the castles because you're like a child. She's like 26 now, but she like when the castle was out, she was basically a baby. You remember the wall. There's no way you remember the wall, but you don't remember the castle. The castle was sick. It was that nice in between. You remember? Okay, yeah, and then the shield. I don't know why they moved away from the shield. What? Or maybe it's still there. Is it still there? Security. Oh, it's still there. Okay. I'm trying to find like a good security logo. Security company's logo. 8 security logos moms wouldn't trust. What? What is this? Look at this. What is this article? What? 8 security logos moms wouldn't trust. What is this? What is this? What's the meaning of this? None of the above. Power, strength. What comes to mind when you think of a security guard? What comes to your mind when you see this? None of the above. That was my mom's response. So wait, that's crazy. This person got their mom to rate the logos of various security companies. That's funny. Why moms? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this one is probably the closest to the idea of what a security company logo is in my mind. Why is this music so terrifying? Jesus Christ, sorry. It's a lot less terrifying because it's whatever. But I mean, something like this, yeah. There's something about that aesthetic that makes me feel like, oh yeah, they know what's going on. Securitas is that company that I see everywhere, and they definitely missed out on the opportunity to make a really cool looking logo. But this one too, Securitas, or this one in the middle here with the eagle, perfect. Anything with a shield, I think, denotes some level of safety. But really, what there should be is a castle. And you know what's crazy? The only other castle logo I can think of is White Castle. They're the only one that I can think of that has a castle logo is White Castle. So aside from some security companies, it's all White Castle. Well, earn $5 off when you eat our shitty sliders for triple the price. Wait, how much is a slider now? Barbecue pulled pork sliders. No, I just want your regular 1921 slider. This thing, it's crazy how bad the sliders are now because that thin slice of meat, the original slider, and the price that it's at is pretty intense now. Anyways, so this is the design refresh, right? So now I think the new icons make much more sense to me because it's like you have different shapes for all of them except for these two still, but the color is enough. I mean, from this point onwards, it was fine, and then they did another one where it barely touched it, but then the chatter who shared it with me, who shared it with all of us actually, it wasn't just with me. So it looked a lot like Frutiger Aero. And through a series of, did Outlook start as a clock? Yes, and that's the craziest thing that you can think of. Because what about Outlook reminds you of a clock? Maybe a calendar, right? I'd be more down for a calendar icon. I'd be more down for an email icon. But they use the clock for some reason. I don't know why they would ever try to, like, why they thought that was a good icon. In my mind, and what's crazy is that this clock icon is strangely forward thinking. This clock icon wouldn't look out of place in the current version of iOS for the clock app, or say on Windows today for the clock app. It's surprisingly forward thinking for a clock app, but it's awful for a mail application because it's crazy how many functions Outlook has and what it does, but primarily it's for email, so it's a strange choice. Um, the Wikipedia for Frutiger Aero, right? So this led me to the Wikipedia for Frutiger Aero, which is I'm probably not saying it right, but it's this design style. Something about this, okay? I don't know exactly what it is, but when I see it, I'm like, oh, this has that feeling. Apparently, it is actually consistently defined by the idea of colors and this idea of pulling in elements of the real world into it to give it that look and feel. So it looks hyper futuristic while also looking dated at the same time. Like having the letters in the logo. Now you have to know that Excel. Now you have to know that green is Excel and blue is used too much. Okay, that is true. Blue is used a little bit too much. And I do like having the letters inside the a logo too. Like I actually do wish they kept the same enlarged logo. I actually do agree with you that if they just kept the same enlarged letter, but just had the letter be a main portion of the shape, I think I'd be happier. Because I really can't tell what this is. Let's say there's another application called Reject Non-Essential. I don't know if this one has a good icon. No, this one has an off icon. But yeah, I agree. The letter should be way larger because I'm like, and even another chatter mentioned this too, where the letter is now way too small, very difficult to read, and you have to like at a glance know based on the shape and the color. But what's weird is that they could have had all three. 2013 is the best to you. That's crazy. You love squares. That's crazy. You love squares. Give me 2013 size of the letter into the middle of 2018. Like if they just did that plus the W inside and then this one plus the X inside this one, especially for the P, I'm like it fits perfectly inside the circle. Like am I clicking blue OneDrive or blue Shield? Yes, exactly. Blue OneDrive or blue Shield. Exactly. It's too close, especially at a glance. But it's also why I don't like 2013 where it's like at a glance these all look the same and at a glance these look the same. And what we need is more detail, more letters. I always find it funny that we have these really, really advanced and evolved screens that can get really, really high detail, and you can get a lot of pixels on it. But we seem to be moving further and further away from detail within the icons. In my mind, if we have all the space within the icon, we shouldn't be using it for fluff. We should be using it to communicate as much as we can about what this thing is so you can use it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know a single person who cares about their icon except for people who love Frutiger. Maybe if you care about this aesthetic for your whole thing, like if you go for like a racing competition, I don't know, is there another racing competition? Is there another racing competition? Racing competition. This is the only one to show, but let's say you go for something like this and you want to make it look a certain way with all the icons matching exactly what you want, then sure, go for it, right? Then I can see why it's super important for you to have icons that look nice and that fit what aesthetic you're trying to go for. But even then, I think their usage is way more niche than most people, where they're just looking to use the damn tool. Sorry, this music is insane. In my mind, that's sort of what I think about for the icons, is I kind of wish that it was much more straightforward and communicated more about what it is. Yeah, these are not good examples, because this is the shitpost stuff. This is the shitpost stuff. Right. But see, something like this, where these icons are very, very specific to the context that's being used in. Or maybe honestly, Rainmeter, the subreddit was a much better tell for what the stuff was. Here, this was a much better tell for what the stuff was. We go ba-boom, ba-boom. We skip past the Taylor Swift one because that one was just weird. See, like this is what I mean by this is a like if you're going for a cohesive look, I think you're in the niche where you're doing something like this. And it's like, there's no way you're going to get a cohesive look because third-party applications have to match your style too. And arguably, if you keep changing your style, right? In my mind, if you're trying to go for cohesiveness in your style, but you keep changing your style as a company, then how are other companies supposed to follow suit and to match what you're doing? So yeah, it's crazy, but I feel like they just should have thought about the readability of the thing. But either way, I'm just complaining about something that I hate because I have to use it. And sometimes, like, when I'm in the space, sometimes for some reason, I don't use the start menu to like type it out because usually the word Excel, for some reason, the search doesn't always get the application. Like it'll also pull up a bunch of files. So sometimes I'll just go through the folder to find it. But then I look at this giant suite of things. I'm like, what is this? But it's more of a rare problem nowadays. Now that I don't use Excel. I don't use Excel. Yeah, this would make sense if you're trying to go for a certain aesthetic, right? But this Wikipedia page led me down to this page, which led me down to this article. So there's a Tumblr called the Y2K Aesthetic Institute. Teams is just a door becoming smaller. Exactly. Like, and it doesn't make sense that everything's becoming tighter and smaller and less clear. Because look at this. This is from 2004. So this whole Tumblr has gone through and cataloged a bunch of really old, weird, futuristic, or just strange 2000s aesthetic that we used to use as like a forward look at the future of the world. This is what people genuinely thought offices were going to look like. And this is what people thought that, entertainment rooms were going to look like. It's a really cool Tumblr. Let me send it here. But also, way back when, apparently when it was all starting, the person who made it compiled a bunch of images into a giant album called Y2K Aesthetic in 2014. And what's funny is that I had no clue that there was a band called Guy. So Guy 3 is not like Guy Fieri. It's Guy 3 as in Guy's third album. Guy, the band Guy. But also, look at this. It's so 2000s coded. It's so 2000s coded. The lip bite, the slightly visible abs, there's three people staring into the camera, and the perfectly shaved mustache and beard to the point where it looks like he painted it on. Please bring back 80s neon. You miss color now. It's only gray and beige. Yeah, I actually agree. I don't know what happened to color, especially. Because back then, we thought that color was going to be ever present within our lives. I think back then, designers had more fun with the idea of color. Whereas, I don't know, like nowadays, it feels like, you know what? Not designers. I think companies back then used to love colors. But nowadays, every company wants to be clean and smooth and simple and recognizable. And it's like, I don't want to be boring. I want to have fun with it. Like, look at Nickelodeon. You know what's crazy? Nickelodeon is the one that has actually somehow gone downhill the most in terms of their logo. They've consistently gone downhill in terms of their logo. This is their new logo. It's so boring, it sucks. It's just there. So it's just, vague geographical shape, the word Nickelodeon. When it used to be something like this, clean and modern. So clean, so modern. Hello, chats. Did I say hello yet? Probably. I especially liked something about the lines. For some reason, there's a lot less squiggles today. There's a lot less curves and squiggles. There's a lot less shapes that don't make any sense. But I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Like the hallways looking like this. Like that's weird. But I kind of like that. Imagine you want to sit in the hallway and you're at Anime North or something. Let's say you're at an anime convention. You go to the next door building. Instead of just sitting around doing nothing and leaning against a straight flat wall, you get to sit on a curve. And then you see people sliding up and down. We need efficiency and structural integrity. I mean, I wouldn't mind structural integrity, but efficiency is sad. Yeah. Everything is a liminal space now. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It feels so boring. It feels like, you know what it is? Everything in the real world feels like a meme of what they think a liminal space is, but they go too far towards something boring. Whereas I feel like the liminal space idea was more in the 2010s to 2000s. That type of office. Like, what the fuck is this? Oh man, I don't know. But this is a very interesting, cool look at what these old looks were, and these are all cataloged from way back then. So this is what people back then thought the future was going to look like. If only they knew. I mean, look at this. Your speakers on a weird diagonal slant. What's crazy though is that the types of technology that they use too, people truly believe that VCRs were the future. Everybody believed that you would have your own mixer, your own amplifier. What, a sound bar? That's crazy. What do you mean a single bar for music? Give me a knob. I need a knob, and then I need a VCR player. I need to twist that knob so it goes higher and has more bass. Nobody could have expected the sound bar, and nobody could have expected the iPod, right? But still, at least they were thinking about how to make it fun back then, you know? And look, a dog, real dog. I like I like how the dog was seen as a futuristic thing. Though I will say, okay, these jeans, I think they call Jinko jeans, right? Isn't it JNCO jeans? Yeah, I'm glad these jeans died. I actually hate Jinko jeans so much. Not as like a if you wear it, I hate you, but more as a I don't want to wear it. Devialet what? Devialet Phantom speaker. Devialet Phantom speaker. Like if you wear it, it's fine for you. I just hate the feeling of it because whenever I feel it, I just think to myself, I don't want to feel this. Devialet Phantom speaker. Okay, well this speaker does look. Now this is a good speaker, right? The sides bulge out when playing loud. Wait, really? Jinko, you think you can still buy them? You can. So they've made a. There's been a renaissance of them recently. Phantom speaker. How does it grow? How does it grow? Bulge. Can I just say bulge? So they bulge out when you play loud music. The bulge. The bulge. Like some of these videos are insane to me. What's inside? I don't care about what's inside. Let me see how it works. Oh, okay, that's sick. What's crazy is they only show the function for 2 seconds. Oh, it's weird. It's like pulsating like a worm. Oh. Okay, let's just listen to this and see how. Oh God, it's too loud. So, okay. So the horror started now. That's sick. You can even put your ear. You can put your face against it, right? And you can like, it'll feel like a massage. That's a new way to masturbate. If you have that, if I ever know anybody that has that in their home, I'm gonna look at them weird. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's what you use. Just get a magic wand. But again, stuff like that is fun. You know, it has this weird quality of. It looks like the worms on that eyeball, like the caterpillar eyes, worm parasite, you know what I mean, that moves around. The leucochloridium. Here, the leucochloridium. So this little fellow here, where its eyes move back and forth because of the worm, right? It reminds me of that. So that's actually a worm inside the caterpillar and it's controlling it. And that's a cool look. I think that's a very fun looking thing. And you just keep going down, and there's more and more of this really strange aesthetic. And back then, you know, they thought that you would be in a viewing room. I mean, that's a music video thing, but yeah, people in music videos thought that you would be in a viewing room like that. That your living room would look like this, especially. Nowadays, honestly, a lot of living rooms will feel very stale. Even mine feels very stale. Computers, especially, I'm kind of sad cases don't look any cooler. A lot of cases are trying to go for this edgy look, this very clean cut look. And I'm like, just make your edge, like, if you're going to spend that much money, make it look interesting. I don't know. So yeah, really cool stuff. Check out these two albums. Check out that Tumblr. There's a lot of really strange design details that you kind of forget about from that era. But I remember growing up and thinking and thinking to myself, wow, we used to have some ideas about the world back then. And I was thinking about this too, actually. iCarly was the first streamer. If you think about iCarly, that TV show, that's a kids show. iCarly was the first ever streamer in the entire world. That whole TV show was about her live streaming her life. And that was back in 2000 something. So even the ideas have somehow come to life, but it's just the design aesthetic has been lost. And that's the thing that I value the most because life is boring. I have too many things. What's crazy is if you go to a store, everything that you buy is in black and white. It's actually absurd. It doesn't feel like we're living in a futuristic world that's fun. It feels like we're living in the world of, what's that Gun Fu movie? Gun Fu, Tom Cruise? What's that Gun Fu movie? Gun Fu movie, Christian Bale. Pretty sure it's Christian Bale. Equilibrium. It's like this. Equilibrium hallway. Pretty sure this is the final one. It's just like Equilibrium, where the end of the hallway is this like plain. Look at that. It's just a plain empty space, and it looks like these examination rooms. It's actually the exact same style. And what's crazy is that back then, this style was seen as oppressive. Like this style was used to denote a space that was oppressive and that stifled you as as an individual. And you see this even within Star Wars. Even within Star Wars, right? I think that series had an interesting use of this where the Empire, I think is what they're called. But whatever they're called, the bad guys, everything is just a clean, sleek hallway that you move down. It's all very utilitarian. It's all very being built for purpose. It's not very fun. Even car colors are only black, white, and silver. You rarely see red or blues anymore. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, the red color has been misaligned for insurance. Like, if you get a red car here, you actually pay way more for insurance, which is funny because apparently something about that color attracts people who want to feel aggressive. But yeah, like I make fun of my friend who has this car, but when he was in high school, it's his family was rich. His family gifted him a car, and it wasn't. And I forget what brand of car it was or what make and model, but it was similar to like it was a bit of a tuner car, and it was lime green with flames on it. And I was like, "What in the world is this?" Like when he pulled up to school one day with the car and it was lime green with flames on it. I was like, "What in the world have you done?" Like, what? I was like, "What have you made?" But at the same time, you know what I really enjoyed? Okay, Need for Speed, Most Wanted car customization. This was the aesthetic that I really enjoyed back then. Was like the neon lights on cars. Look at this. Stuff like this. Stuff like this. I used to customize my cars within games like this. I still want a car that has neon on it. I for some reason I still want a tuner car that has neon on it on the bottom. Is it called a tuner car? I don't remember it like terms, but there's neon on the bottom, so you see it glowing on the street as you drive. I want like a crazy cool design on it. Like this is still what I want. So was he wrong? I don't think so. I think he was one of the few people fighting back against the eventual loss of fun and color and life in the world. Because shit's sick. You're gonna get robbed. Well, people would rob me regardless, I think. Look, car neon lights. Look, it's either way. People are going to rob you, right? But they have to catch up to you first. Germany mentioned Germany mentioned Tokyo Drift was the inspiration. Yeah, exactly. Like that. Look at that shit. That's what I want. Did I guess the quality? Can you set the comments? Like, I hate the editing in this video, but that's. And I would go with a nice teal color, or I would go with like an awkward green, and then I would customize it to look cool. Like, look at this. I mean, this is a Tesla, so it's like less cool because it's just like a Tesla. But think of the color scheme. Think of the bottom lights, right? If it was any other car, then this would be super sick. I would argue that this is actually a really cool looking car, though the gold and black is still very basic. Stuff like that, we just don't, I don't know, have. Weird, you thought you'd pay less for a red car because it's more noticeable and gets in accidents less because of that. I think it's apparently the insurance companies, they checked it out, and the reason was that people who buy red cars tend to be more aggressive drivers. So they actually get into more accidents and they cause more problems on the street because they're more aggressive. Like, it's just the red because apparently red is the color of. I mean, same reason why McDonald's makes their restaurants red is because they get hungrier. So, I mean, somehow they figured it out, right? To be fair, their statistics are very on point. So, you thought it was because red cars were more likely to be stolen. Wait, is that why? I heard it was because of the aggression. Red cars insurance. Why? Reddit. Red highlights are cursed as fuck though. Saw a guy with it in the Philippines where red car headlight. That seems interesting. Your red vehicles have a higher premium insurance. It's not. LOL. But I've heard it's the urban legend. Wait, it's an urban legend? Wait, Chad. It's an urban legend? It's a statistical side effect of which cars are most likely to be painted red. You're much more likely to see a red sports car than you are a red Honda Civic. Wait, you're right. I haven't seen a red Honda Civic since the 2000s. Holy shit, I haven't seen a red. Yeah, that's true. Every Honda Civic that I see now is their weird dark blue, is white or it's black. Nowadays. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, because back then they used to have a bunch of colorways. Red headlights. What is this? That's awful. I this is a bad change. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was thinking like, is it crisp because it's too bright or is it annoying? But I know exactly what you mean now. As soon as I look at it, it looks like the car is reversing into you. Red light is better to see at night. So even if it's better to see at night, though, it's like, let's say you're going forward, right, and you see a red light. Well, I mean, no, you're right. I guess it doesn't really matter unless you deal. Like, how often does somebody drive towards you? You know what I mean? Like, how often do you see the headlight in front of you of a car driving towards you? Because it means you're about to die within 2 seconds. You know, by the time you register it's red, the car has performed a head-on collision with you at that speed. So it's probably, yeah. You know what? Because I was thinking like maybe it's cursed because it's like because it reminds you of the backlight. But then yeah, exactly. Yeah, light coming closer to you regardless of the color is still a bad thing. Exactly. And it's like if you see the color of the front, you have other things to deal with all the time. Mhm. Okay, you know what? If it's better for the eyes, then I think it's good. However, I still would feel weird about seeing a red light everywhere because, like, doesn't it cast a cone of red light on the floor? You know what it is? It's like the DBD Killer Vision, Dead by Daylight, Killer. Was it Killer Vision? It's like the killer's aura, killer aura, something like that. It's that red glow in front of them when they're walking around. That's what the car has. If it's red enough. You haven't seen a Honda Civic, period. What? Japanese manufacturers have abandoned Germany. Wait, really? So you don't get to see beauties like this? Like the 2025? I mean, again, you're not really missing out much. The blue is rare. Of the colors I see, it's this, and then black. These are the three colors I see the most. This, white, and black. Oh, sorry, four colors. This, black, black. Yeah, white, black. But yeah, you're not missing out much. You're exaggerating, but they have become very rare, replaced by Korean brands. Mostly. Oh, like what's it, Hyundai and stuff, right? I actually don't know anything about car brands. So when you say Korean brands, what's a Korean brand of car? I don't know anything about whose brand of car is what. So major South American includes GM Korea, Kia, and Kia cars. I don't know what's like a modern Kia car. Kia cars. Kia cars car meetup. Kia cars meetup. Kia cars car meet. Car meet. Kia cars car meets. Kia Stinger meets. What? I took my Kia K5 to a car event. Jax K5. Hello, Mr. Jax. Can you just show me your car and stop sucking off the camera, buddy? What exactly is a Kia K5? Kia K5. Kia K5 Optima. What? No, Kia K5 compact car. Okay, fuck off. I don't give a shit. I'll buy it. Can't tell. This site sucks. You were shocked to hear that Renault ceased operations in at least the U.S. Not sure about Canada. Renault wasn't popular in the U.S. You rarely saw them. Yeah, I even here I don't really see any Renault cars in Canada. Though I don't remember if they stopped in Canada. Maybe they do still have it here, but yeah. Whenever I see cars, it's mostly things like Toyota, Honda, Ford, Jeeps. Actually, Canada has a lot of Jeeps. We have a lot of Jeep drivers. Um, what else? But yeah, it's mostly those cars. Like you rarely see. I mean, even for Kia, I feel like I rarely see Kias and Hyundais. I see more Mercedes and other such cars like Mercedes, BMWs, stuff like that than I see Kias. And on the low end, it's mostly like Toyotas, Fords, Hondas. So in my mind, most brands are just not well represented in the Canadian car market. But again, we also have a very unique situation for cars here, where it's like I think we have a number of tariffs set up because of a prior agreement with the U.S., which is I mean, it's a major focal point actually of the current U.S. Canada trade war. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, all right. Well, I wish I could see the car, but the problem with every single car meet video is that they focus too much on themselves. I've never cared about the people. I literally don't care about the people. I just care about the car. What? Pay our tariffs or become us. Oh no, the American is here. No, not you too. Chat, look at this. Meet the all new Kia Carrots with the crudes. So you with the crudes, you get to see the car. Okay, so it's oh look, they're running away. And then they're driving away from the dinosaurs. He's driving with the dinosaurs. And then everybody gets inside the sun. This is awful. This is actually awful. Thank God for capitalism. Thank God. You know what's crazy? Some animator at the company, they plucked one animator from the depths of this movie, and they were like, "Hey, you're not gonna believe this. There's a Kia sponsorship for this movie." And they're like, "How the hell are we gonna fit Kia in?" And they go, "We don't, okay? But I do need you to animate like a 2 minute segment for Kia. Otherwise, we have to include a Kia car inside the movie. So please help us. Otherwise, the movie's gonna have a Kia car." And that one animator has to painstakingly animate every single frame of these characters to be happy instead of a Kia car. That is also a 3D render from their engineering team. This ad made you buy it. Kia had the hamster commercial too. The what commercial? Hyundai, on the other hand, made their own Eurobeat playlist. What? Okay, wait. I need to. Okay, wait. Kia hamster. I need to. Wait. We need to. Oh, what the hell? Oh! What the fuck is that? Oh, it's hamster babies. By the way, you should never hold hamster babies. Kia hamster ad. A kid. Oh my god, because I wrote kid hamster. Sorry, I missed that. Kia hamster. Jesus Christ. Oh god, that was terrifying. And then it was a Hyundai Eurobeats. No shit. Wait, there is a Neurobeat. What is this? Okay, so while this Neurobeat playlist is playing, okay? So we'll keep the playlist playing while we watch the ad. What is this? What is this? Okay, just bump up the volume, and then we just look at this ad. Wow, that's amazing. It's like they're bumping their heads to the music. It's like this is like a 2000s music video. It fits so perfectly. It really does. It fits so perfectly, chat. It's so good. It's so good. If the hamsters rap to it, it might be worth hearing. Yeah, exactly. Wait. Oh no, as in they did rap to it, so it is worth hearing. Oh, also very unfortunate spelling there. I would be careful about dropping the one P there. There's no way they made rapping hamsters. Amazing. They actually just made an entire music video using a pre-existing song and made them rap to it. That's sick. Okay, that's sick. That's actually a really cool ad. But again, this playlist goes kind of crazy. Okay, now we need first person. Why is it rats? Because everyone loves rats, and also maybe New York. First person driving. You mean hamsters? Wait, was it hamsters or was it rats? First person driving. Japanese mountains. Night. All right, okay. But they drive on the highway to the suburbs, and I know it says, "Oh, here we go. Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. Oh god. Yes, here we go, Chad. This is it. Are you all ready for this one? We just boost this thing to the oh god. It really hurts my ears. Oh shit. Here we go. The quality is so bad too, because this is a really old video. But let's just see how far it goes. All you can think is what? I can't think of anything. It's way too loud here. Downhill, uphill. So now we're chasing somebody. Yeah, here we go. Now that's sick. What's crazy is they seem to be doing it in the middle of like a random road, but I can't tell if this is a track or something. Typing YouTube search terms like it's an AI prompt. that's usually how I do it. Rat shake. That's a good emote. I didn't know that I had that actually. All right, this is a good end to the segment. I'm gonna move on now, everyone. Okay, we're gonna move on to the games now. I don't even know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, it's okay. We're gonna move on to the games now, and I'm gonna play some really fun games today. Hopefully, you enjoy today's selection of games. One is not horror, and the latter one will be horror. The latter two, actually. In the meantime, drive down. Give me a moment to set things up. This makes you want to go back to Assetto Corsa. I did enjoy that mod that you showed me, the Shotoko mod. It was really cool. And I do want to try out more of it. I am probably just waiting for the American Truck Simulator version, though. Chat, what is he saying? Yeah, it looks like the Japanese... Okay, well, while you listen to this, I'll be setting things up. Give me just a moment. I'll be back in just a moment. We're going to move on to the actual game for today, which is Homicipher. I just wanted to check out that game very quickly to see what it was. And it actually did seem pretty cool. Again, I probably am just too old to enjoy stuff. Yes. Okay, well, I'll be back in just a moment. I need to go turn the fan on, and I need to turn the lights off. Heart rate monitor is on for this next game. This is going to be the actual real horror segment of the day. Two of them, but Homicipher first. Then we get into the rest of the anthology of the killer. BRB in just a moment. And also, I can finally spell the entire thing within the title. There just wasn't enough space now. Anthology of the Killer. There we go. Perfect. I'll be back in just a moment. Anyway, chat, that's it for today. I know. It's like, wait, why? Well, what happened to the games that we were going to play? My brain is fried. I actually can't even begin to think of anything else. I was going to play Anthology of the Killer, but this game is so good, yet so painful that I can't imagine trying to play this game. And so just enjoy the intro music. Not should be nah. Oh, fuck, you're right. It should be nah. Okay, remind me tomorrow to do it as nah. We'll continue this game tomorrow. Now that I know how tiring this game is, I'm gonna do certain games first before this game, because this game takes away all of my energy. It's a great song, it's a great game, and I really enjoy it. I'm hopefully you had fun today. We're gonna figure out what to do tomorrow, too. Okay, streamer. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. It's getting cold and stuff like that, so you know how it is. October is also coming closer and closer to an end, and I'm kind of worried because we have many games that we need to finish. So I'm gonna try my best to finish as many games as I can, because if I'm not careful, it might be too late for us. Okay? I'm gonna try my best to get everything done and over with. Chat, what is this button that says I can knock on people? What is this knocking feature? What the hell is this? October 2 month. We do need a second October, I think. I think 1 October is a little bit too... It's just not enough space. What does it mean by... how come I can knock on anyone's door? Wait, Twitch knocking. Am I allowed to knock on anybody? When you are open to collaboration and somebody knocks, request collaborations who are live. Wait, why can't I knock any streamer? Chat, I can knock any popular streamer that's streaming right now. Why am I allowed to just do that? Chat, yeah, knock is to stream together, but I thought you had to follow each other. Chat, I can just knock some random person that I follow, but that doesn't follow me. Why? In control, your personal list. Pause collaboration request in your... Why is it by default I can knock on anybody? Do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that to somebody. Like, I would be pissed. If I would be mad, I'm not doing it to somebody else. Even if I wouldn't be mad, I think I still wouldn't do it to somebody else because it feels mean. Let me fix that right now. Collaboration? Okay, collaboration. Yeah, favorites. Yeah, I like favorites. Okay, you add as a favorite. I'll add more favorites. Permissions. Favorites follows partners. Channels I follow. Your favorites can ask to collaborate. Also available to partners and affiliates. No. I just want the people that I follow. Let's go! Random people! Let's go! Let's knock on their doors! No, that sounds awful. Anybody who's a partner or affiliate can knock on you. That sounds awful. What? Anyways, I'm gonna knock on some random streamers. Bye everyone. We're gonna run away before they ask me what the fuck is going on, because they're gonna be like, who is this loser, right? Have a great day. There's no one to raid, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Mod, post a picture of your steak. Chat, buy the game. Buy Homicipher, play it yourself. It's a really good game, okay? Then we can really discuss the words that we come up with. I want to see your difference in the words and the mindset that you chose to get there. Bye, everyone.